Speak on it. Reppin' KC till I die. We been to town. You know Westport to 18 and fine. It's going down. We support the town. We don't hate. That's not allowed. We just on the come up like the next man on the come up. Two hoes. Mr. Fisher kicking back with Fatty Reggie. Whenever they show up on the scene, you know they ready. Ed in the background. You don't really see his face. He the man with the plan on the move every day. If you got something to say, come speak on it. Come speak on it. Happy little thing. We be on it. If you ain't heard of us, get up on it, get up on it. We do our promotion, come be on it, come be on it. If you got something to say, come speak on it, come speak on it. Happy little thing, we be on it, we be on it. If you ain't heard of us, get up on it, get up on it. We do our promotion, come be on it, come be on it.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Speak On It. I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm your host, Fatty Reggie.
And today we're sitting down with the lovely lady, Ori, the boss lady.
Boss lady in the building. What's up?
What's going on with you?
It's going good.
So, first of all, thank you for coming down to the show.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate you coming. Go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself. Who is Ori, the boss lady?
Or the boss lady. I started doing music actually when I was 11 years old. I've been writing music. I'm a songwriter. Mm-hmm. I've been doing a few shows, been doing music for about, in the studio for about 8 years. Finally dropped my album back in July. It's called Boss Lady Mentality. Go get it. You can get it on Spotify. If you look up on Spotify, it's Ori, O-R-I, D-A. Boss is spelled a little different. Spelled B.O.$$, then lady. The boss stands for Broads of the Same Struggle.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
I just dropped 2 new songs out. I have 2 new singles coming out. The 2 singles that I just dropped recently back in December, it's called La Familia, and then the other one is called Hood PTSD.
Hey, I like that one. I heard that. I heard that one the other day. I do like that one. That motherfucker was slapping. Well, is there a story behind that song?
La Familia?
But no, Hood PTSD.
Hood PTSD, yes, there is a huge story. When I was 11 years old, I was living in poverty. So, of course, when you're living in poverty, you ain't got no money. My mom was about to get evicted. My mom became an alcoholic. She's a recovered alcoholic, though.
Shout out to moms.
I know, 20 years of soberness.
Hey.
Yes. But when I was in the hood in Texas, I joined a gang. And so I was selling drugs, trying to get out the gang, trying to make money just so we can eat. And I fed the hood. And so dealing with gangs, you deal with violence, gun violence, it was all there. I seen it. So I kind of wrote that song to what I seen in my life. So.
That's dope.
That's dope.
I love it.
I do
love
too,
that
man.
street shit. It's poetry.
Yeah.
You know, it's a story behind it. And so when you do that, what's number 10?
Number 10?
What's number 10?
See, okay, I had this problem. Okay, let me tell y'all know Trump.
Good one, Rich. Good one.
I had to tell y'all, Trump segue. I kind of made the song "Made It." That song is about like how us hood kids, Trump always saw thugs as not being able to make it out, not being able to do something with their lives. So I put Trump segue. If you get the album, is number 10. And it talks about how Trump throws this money at people. And I'm talking about how I came up not having money. So seeing that power struggle, I'm a political fighter. I fight against Trump. And, of course, the impeachment's coming. So I'm ready for that.
Interesting. What do you think is going to happen with that impeachment?
I'm ready for them to put the charges on him. Misdemeanors. If they have evidence, they might as well show it. And I'm ready to see it on. I watch CNN a lot.
That's interesting. So can I ask you, I know we're here to promote the album,
Yeah.
but segue into Trump.
Yeah.
Do you see us benefiting from the impeachment? Bill Clinton was impeached. Nothing really happened. Do you see it being a benefit to us impeaching him, or do you think it's a waste of taxpayers' money?
I don't think it's a waste of taxpayers' money because I think I'm a Democrat. Of course, he's a Republican, but as a Democrat, I see it as a way as you're not above the law. You can't just do what you want just because you say you're Trump and you got money.
Right.
That don't mean nothing. You got to follow. You got to follow the laws just like everyone else.
Right on, right on. So at least it'll put a blemish on his legacy,
Yeah.
a permanent one.
A big one, especially everything he talked about thugs, and I'm like, well, from when he first got in office, he was talking about thugs. I was like, really? And I can relate because I was young, but I'm grown now, and for him to talk about it, he brought a lot of hate. It's like once you're the president, once you start speaking about hate, hate comes down all the way down.
Yeah, true story. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So you started at 11. What made you start the rapping? What made you start putting them words to paper?
The inspiration.
Oh man, I remember my homeboy. Okay, I got a homeboy. We used to go out in like just during lunchtime. He'd be making the beats, just slapping the beats on the table, and then you see everyone else start rapping, and I was like, I got into that, it was just
You original. What part of Texas?
Killeen, Texas.
Right there, not too far from Dallas, right?
It's about 3 hours away.
3 hours.
Yeah.
So is it south? It's south of Dallas.
Yeah, it's south of Dallas.
So not too far from Houston.
It's about
Closer to
5
Houston?
hours. 5 hours. It's kind of like in the middle.
So
Yeah.
it's in the center.
Yeah.
There you go.
Y'all talking different language. All I know is Port Arthur. That's all I know.
That's all you know.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
I haven't been
Shout
nowhere
out
else.
to UGK, right?
That's
They
my
made it
area.
popular.
I haven't been nowhere
Already.
But-
So, is there any screw music on there? Do you embrace screw music?
I used to listen to it back in the days. I don't mind taking my album and changing it to screw. I mean, Screw and Swisher House was real big, but Tupac was big, Notorious B.I.G. was big back then.
Yeah.
When Nas came out with his album, The Message. I mean, those were the types of songs that were there. Also, No Limit
Everything.
Soldier.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
everything screwed and chopped.
Oh,
They
yeah.
all sound better.
Carlos
screwed and
Slab, Trey.
chopped.
Yeah,
I lived in
like
Dallas
Slab.
for a few years, so I was down there when Paul Wall and Mike Jones and all of
Oh,
them
yeah,
were
you
really
went to
starting
Texas
to
for a
blow.
minute. Yeah.
And I mean, Michael Watts was on the airwaves heavy, so everything was screwed and chopped for me. I love that.
Yeah, Screw and Chop.
I mean, do you have any favorite artists or anybody that inspires you out of the Texas area?
I would have to say Paul Wall, just because he's different. And, when he started coming out with his songs, I was like, man, especially Houston Oilers, one of those songs, when he was talking about driving down to Killeen, Texas, I was like, yay, thank you, shout out.
Already. When I first heard Paul Wall, you couldn't tell me that he was white.
Yeah,
You couldn't
no.
tell me that. I mean, I'm down there listening to him, and they're like, yeah, I'm like, no, he's not.
he
I'm like,
ain't.
stop lying.
I
Till
said
I
the
seen his
same
picture.
thing. Yeah.
I think he had the picture of him and
Well, I ain't
the
seen the
millionaire
picture.
when they was sitting there and there was a blue background. Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to Screw and them for so long, but like I said, when I first heard it, you couldn't tell me.
Yeah, I didn't know he was here until I heard, until I saw Still Tipping.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
was like, come Paul Wall. I'm like, who is this? Like,
Man.
this ain't Paul Wall. This ain't Paul Wall.
So, if you could work with anybody industry, do you have anybody that you would want to work with?
I like Missy Elliott. I might have to tell you
That's
why.
hard.
You can't go wrong with Missy
You
Elliott.
Yeah.
cannot. That's the
Can't go wrong.
perfect person.
Perfect.
Why?
She's a
surprised
songwriter.
she
She's
did.
just like me, just a songwriter. She ain't a freestyle or nothing. She writes on topics. She's very hype and kind of like when I first started listening to her, I was like, damn, she dope. Like as a female too, she came out and I was like, that. If anybody, it would be Missy Elliott.
Wow,
That's it.
that's dope. Yeah, you can pick a better person.
No, she could.
Because you're gonna get a hit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a hit.
Definitely gonna get it.
You're gonna get a lot of inspiration,
don't-
a
if
lot
you
of
don't, something wrong.
knowledge. She knows the game in and out. She's all about business. She's been through all of the struggles.
Yeah.
They said she was so ugly that the industry felt she was so
The
ugly
industry,
that,
right, go
that they
ahead.
wouldn't even give her credit for her earlier projects. They, would give them her songs to other people and not let her perform them. Yeah, she's been through the struggle.
Yeah.
She's been through the struggle.
Yeah, she kept her feet moving. And she's still here today. That's all that matters.
What's your ultimate goal with your music?
My ultimate goal is to start performing, getting my videos out there. I got my EP coming out, so I got 5 songs right now. If you go to SoundCloud, it's Ori Medina. It's ORI, and then my last name, Medina, MEDINA. So I'm hoping I'm supposed to perform at the Roxy for Coast to Coast. It's a competition where you can win $50,000 in Miami live. I performed there once before. My song Puerto Rico got first place. It's on the album too. When I was in Miami, I performed it, so it was pretty awesome. But my goal is just to get the artists, let them know who I am. I came from the streets, made it out the streets, made it into the military, got out the military, and I was like, all right, well, there's one song that I wrote that's really dear to me. It's called Medicine. I talk about weed because if you have PTSD, people don't talk about it. I'm like, no, you got to talk about it. You smoke weed, talk about why you smoke weed. Talk about, hey, there's people out there that come out the military, their minds are all messed up, and me writing helps me out too. So that's my therapy.
Oh, shit. Right, I can't wait to hear it either. What's your mark you want to leave after you get done rapping? What you want to be remembered as?
As just the boss.
Besides the boss lady.
Boss lady, I'm gonna have to tell you, I started doing investments. I invested in weed stocks, so that's my next thing. I'm an entrepreneur. I just opened up my own store, Amazon store, so I'm hoping to help other feminist females, because there's not many females that move up to like lieutenants and up.
Yeah.
So when I moved up as a second lieutenant in the Air Force, and I came out and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to push all these other feminist females to their position.
Yeah.
And you think about like NASA. NASA has their first female going into the moon in 2024. And so, like, I'm hoping to push that feminist movement a little bit further. Keep pushing these females in, regardless if you're an MC, political person, I don't care. As long as you're a female, you're making history, that's the goal. And so I'm hoping after I do my music to get more into the political game. So that's my goal. I'm a Democrat, I'm a goal. Yeah.
Whatever your heart desires. How long did you serve?
I only served for about a year, though. I'm not gonna lie. I was going to school at the same time, so I was trying to get through University of Kansas.
Did you leave the country?
No, I didn't leave the country. I stayed. Yeah.
She's smart, y'all. Smart.
Stay right
Appreciate
here.
you for getting a little experience and being smart enough to stay home and be safe and be the beautiful woman that you are and
Thank
bring
you,
this dope
thank you.
music. Yeah, I can appreciate it. I can't wait to tap in.
And then if you listen to another song that I wrote in SoundCloud, it's called Santa Muerte, because most of my family are military. That song is for my cousin, because like when I think about like when I wrote that song, how he's in the field and how he has guns and bullets coming at him, and I'm like, kill, shoot, shoot. And I'm just thinking about like positioning myself in him, like, come on, let's go. And I always have to worry about when he comes home, like making sure he's okay. So that song, anything that has to do with military, I'm all about the female military movement.
Do you make your own beats too?
No, the beats come from Pro Me. He makes all the original beats, so everything's all original. I do all the songwriting. He does all the beats.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So y'all a team.
Yeah, we're a team. That's my boy. That's my producer.
I know the importance of it. He knows your vibe. You know his vibe. So it makes it easy to work together. Yeah.
And you can check him out on Twitter too. So.
So I will. I'm definitely
Original beats. So if you need something, he's there. He'll put the music all together. I like it because when I go to the studio, I'm like, look, I have this song, and it could be a Latin beat, and I'm like, and then he'll figure it out, and then he'll do all the beats right there, and he'll be like, all right, let's go. Yeah. And it's like, boom, boom, boom. He's so quick. He's been doing music for about 26 years. Yeah, so he's
in the studio marinate.
Right. That's what's up.
Do you have any merchandise?
Right now it's just my album. That's it.
It's okay for right now, but you soon gonna put your face on the shirt so I can wear it,
right? Working on it.
Fill up the Amazon store.
Trying to tell you, put your face on the shirt. I'm gonna wear it.
That's
shirt,
what's up.
Hat, shot glass, something.
Hey, get them little bags.
Yep.
Yeah, little bags, all that
Tote
shit.
bags.
So, now, how many albums you said you had?
Right now I'm trying to get the video concept. So once I get that video concept, put it out on YouTube, and hopefully it'll just go viral. That's my goal.
Hit us up for the music videos.
Yeah, we
definitely gonna
do
get you right.
music videos. We do that. We do everything at Blue Line Studios.
That's what's up.
we got acting, we got cooking shows, we got everything.
Not
For
agree with
real.
doing this porno.
Matter of fact, you get down in the kitchen?
Now I don't get down the kitchen.
Get
No,
down in the kitchen?
I don't like
We try to
cooking.
put you on the episode. We like see what you can do.
I probably be like Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. I just be on the side, like just I'll just
Eat
be
a little
mixing.
bit and
That's
say
it,
if
just
it's good or
mixing.
not, right?
She said,
nothing wrong
"You
with
on the sideline." That's what's up, though.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. It was a
It
pleasure.
was,
I don't,
yeah,
you got
it was
any
a
more
pleasure.
questions?
Nah, you pretty much sold it up for me.
Yeah,
You
man,
stole
I'm
it.
sorry with
like,
my dope ass
I know you,
questions.
man. I was gonna ask about you. Me and you had about a couple same questions. I was gonna ask,
Right on.
but
Right
it's all
on.
it's all good though. That's what we're here for. We just wanted to get her down here, push her music,
Exactly.
let
Because
everybody
I'm
know
going
who
to
the
tap
boss
into the
lady
album
is.
and then
Yeah, we're gonna crack it
be
open
looking
when
for
we leave.
features.
Yeah.
I might put out an album one day. Who knows?
Reggie over here is an inspiring artist.
Man, I'm just
He's
a
trying-
person that
He's
does
trying to
everything.
get his feet wet and some of that stuff.
Yeah, dibble and dabble a little bit.
Do you write though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's supposed to have a freestyle battle, but we ain't gonna get into
I know,
that.
man.
You know,
Your boy's scared.
I
Your
mean,
boy's
hey,
scared.
he's
You
stirring
know
that
who I'm
pot again too.
You know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, we know who you
I'm
talking.
looking right into the camera. You're scared. And I see you're going to church because obviously you ain't came by the podcast when I'm here. But that's another story.
Facts.
Because we got
Yeah,
this
we
beautiful thing.
we
right
taking the
here.
spotlight from her.
You
but
know.
like I said, we weren't gonna hold you up too long. We
you're good.
really appreciate you coming
Thank
through.
you.
Definitely.
And make sure y'all check out Boss Lady. Tell them once again where to find you.
All right, if you go on Spotify, it's Ori the Boss Lady. Remember, the boss is the, like D-A, and then boss B period O period dollar sign lady. If you go on SoundCloud, I just dropped 5 songs. That's usually where I just get the feedback from my fans. It's Ori Medina, Medina. And then also, if you haven't checked out the album, I already dropped the album.
Go get
so
that
go
album.
get it.
Go get that album.
For sure, for sure.
Shout outs.
Shout outs. We're going to shout out Court Dog.
Shout out Big Court
TME.
Dog, TME.
Y'all want them
Yep.
TME shirts that y'all see us wearing, True Muscle Entertainment shirts, hit up Court Dog. Also, Jesse Pringle, them TME, them Outlaw shirts,
Outlaw.
them Outlaw hats that we be wearing, them real crispy hats. If you
Yeah,
want
those
one,
look crispy
reach out to
fitteds.
Jesse Pringle. If you're looking for a feature on your song, reach out to Jesse Pringle.
Yeah.
Now this hat, the hat that I got on,
Uh-huh.
the one I've been getting a lot of compliments on. My homie Rockstar, hit him up. This is limited edition. It ain't too
Exclusive,
many more
player.
left. However, if you want one, hit my boy Rockstar at Rockstar Gumbo on Facebook.
Yep. You can find them all on Facebook.
Everybody
actually.
on Facebook.
You can find them all on Facebook.
Jesse Pringle and
Jesse
Court Dog.
Pringle, Jesse Pringle and Court Dog. With that being said, we got to shout out Collective X too, for letting us do our thing here. Thank you
Thank you.
so always. We're going to wrap it on up. Y'all know where to find us. Tap in Blue Line Studios. Don't forget to like, comment. Don't forget subscribe. Don't forget to come buy our movie, Golden Gloves. We can't forget about Golden Gloves.
Going to Amazon
We're
soon.
coming to Amazon soon. You can find it right now.
Hey, you
At
might be able to
7
sell
Heaven.
that on Amazon. So
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I just opened up
You know
my
what I'm saying?
store.
We
So
got them at 7 Heaven right now, and Boost Mobile Store off off Blue Ridge. I'm sorry, by Big T's. I know y'all know where that's at.
Next to Big T.
That's the big ticket. I'm your boy, Mr. Fisher,
And I'm your boy Fetty Reggie.
and this is the Boss Lady.
Boss Lady
Ori
or
the
the Boss
Boss
Lady.
Lady.
Go get the album.
Go get that album, man. Support the town.
That's what's up.
Support her. We out.
All right, peace, Casey.